Hello and welcome to another episode of Poolzcast. Today we have the team from Serenity Shield. Welcome guys, welcome Nikos, welcome Venket.
Yeah.
Good morning, Amit.
Yeah, good morning and good evening, Amit. How are you?
Good to have
Yeah.
you both here. Now, maybe we take a few minutes as our first question to have you both introduced to our community.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Amit. I'm Venket Naga. I'm one of the co-founders and CEO of Serenity Shield. I'm from India. I've done my IT engineering, coming from an engineering background. Then, of course, I went into corporate banking and financing and doing IPOs and many major corporate stuff. And in the last 5 to 6 years, I've been very deeply involved within the blockchain space, and especially within Serenity Shield. I've been there for the last 2 years. And as I said, my job is to drive the mission, the vision, and the philosophy of the project. And that's what I keep doing. And Nikos, please introduce yourself here.
Good morning, Amit. Thank you for having us and joining the Poolzcast AMA cast. So my name is Nikos Koukos. I am the head of marketing, chief of marketing comms at Serenity Shield. My background in the space started probably around about 2015 when I moved over from Forex trading into crypto trading. I probably got more involved, to be fair, in crypto trading around 2017. I also have a background in project management and have run my own web design and design companies in the past, fitting perfectly with trying to push our brand forward. At the moment, my focus on the project is the narrative and the rhetoric of the project and trying to bring the brand forward and ensure we're relatable. So I'm looking forward to what we've got coming up. You know, there's going to be a lot around the messaging that we put out there in the narrative. So I have a very important role, and along with the team that we have, I'm very excited about the upcoming launch.
Amazing. Now let's jump into the product discussion. Tell us a bit more about your platform itself. What is a unique selling point and what is a differentiator with your product, and if there is anything similar in Web3?
Yes. Okay, I'll take this question, Amit. So essentially, Serenity Shield, we are a decentralized blockchain data storage solution. That's what we are, to put it very simply. And we advocate privacy, security, decentralization, ownership, and sovereignty of your data. That's what we advocate, and that's what we implement in our solution. And users can store any form of digital data within our solution. It can be audio, video, text, PDF, etc. So you could store any form of digital data. And one of the redeeming features of the solution is that we have a built-in inheritance option, because inheritance and estate planning is one of the major entry barriers towards mass adoption of digital assets. So essentially, we are a data storage solution. And then, of course, as we all know, the whole world is going digital, and digital currencies and digital data is going to be the future of the next step of the civilization. In the next couple of years, we are targeting 175 zettabyte of digital data. So the so-called cloud servers and the third-party service providers will not be able to do this job, especially in a decentralized manner and with the ability of the users to hold ownership and sovereignty of the data. So that are some of the major specific features that we offer, and also the inheritance, which I said. And then we are EVM compatible. That means we are multi-chain. And because of the nature of the solution that we are offering, we have a solution for everybody. It could be for a private individual, for a family. It could be for a business, a corporation, a lawyer, patent lawyer, musician. Everybody has got something to do with our solution, which is also one of our unique selling points. And I always stress this in all my AMAs, just to keep in mind, Amit, we are just not an application. We are an entire ecosystem of privacy and security. And that's how we differ from the other projects, because there are some of our competitors who offer just digital data storage solution in a certain way. But again, within that, we offer two types, which is IPFS and non-IPFS, where you have a highly secured form of data storage. And then you also have the non-IPFS for data storage for businesses, where you count on more on the volumes and the digitization and the monetization of the data. So that's one thing. And the other, some of the key differentiators, I would say, is unlike many of our competitors, we do not involve any hardware components in our solution, because that's why, you know, some of our competitors, I wouldn't want to say the names here, they offer a hardware wallet. But hardware wallet, more I see it keeps going forward, it will be more towards digital identity, but not for digital data storage, because blockchain is the future for digital data storage. So we do not involve any hardware components, nor do we involve any third-party service providers, because the moment you bring in third-party service providers, there's a certain amount of centralization of your data, because we want to be, and we are completely decentralized. And as I said, we have a solution for everyone, and our onboarding is very simple. And also our user experience is quite simple. I'll just give you a very simple example. We have created an API within our product. That means even the Web 2 and the Web 3 users, they can come and give their fiat to this API, and this API will convert that fiat currency or stable or whatever into our SERSH token, and then it will upload it into their wallets, because all our users have to pay for the subscription fees using a SERSH token. If you look at many Web3 projects, they ask you to pay in their own native token, but many of the users, they struggle to even know how to buy it, where to buy it, and how complicated it is. So we have created an API which is going to take care of it. It will collect the fiat, convert it into SERSH, upload it in their user wallet, so that it takes care of everything, even from the simplest manner. Because our solution is not only for Web3, it's also for the Web 2, and we are going to act as a bridge between the Web 2 and Web 3. I think I've covered mostly the USPs and the differentiators.
Amazing. Yes, great to know. Now, maybe talk a little bit about the team, the extended team, if you want, some of the partners that you have in Web 2 and Web 3, and backers.
Yeah, Nikos, I think you can take this question, yeah, if you may.
Yeah, certainly. I think one of the places we need to focus on more here is partnerships. You know, Serenity Shield has positioned ourselves from day one as a consolidator of good, solid projects and technologies that exist in the space. And from the outset, when we started with this vision, I think one thing that was very important to us is that we remained a full blockchain solution, like Venket touched on in the previous answer. We did not want to involve hardware components, and part of that was finding the right blockchain teams. So as a privacy preserving product, you know, one of the instrumental parts of and one of the instrumental features of the product is our privacy smart contracts. So initially, you know, one of the key components is, in this early version of Strongbox, is our partnership with Secret Network. I'm sure some of your listeners will be familiar with Secret Network as one of the major privacy layer ones in the space. I guess also other partnerships, you know, that we've carved out along the way, and something you'll see integrated very soon. And not to get too technical, but we're also partnering with another layer one called Fundora. I believe some people will definitely be familiar with Fundora, who are an up-and-coming emerging technology in the space. Fundora will be working with Serenity Shield very closely in the early part of next year to help us enhance the NFT element of the process, which we can deep dive into sort of soon. There is an NFT part that goes with the technology itself, which is a digital key. These are not NFTs the way people think of them in terms of artwork or anything like that. They are digital keys. They're non-copyable, non-transferable keys that are used to unlock your Strongbox. The transaction process that happens when the NFT is minted, we are looking to make that a private and autonomous transaction, which Fundora will help. So that's another key partner. And I guess looking at security was very obviously paramount with a project like this. So we wanted to work with the best. We've aligned ourselves with Hacking. Again, I'm sure everyone will know who Hacking is. They're front runners and leaders in the space when it comes to security. So if anyone wants to check our smart contract audit, there's a link on our website, and they will see there we've scored 10 out of 10 on security as well, which gives the project a good endorsement from an industry leader. So I think when we look at team, obviously our team's made up of, I think, 14 or 15 full-time members between development side. We've got branding and art and design side, and then we've obviously got more senior management with myself, Venket, Boris. So, you know, it's not something that we take lightly, but I would say one of the positive factors in the way our team works is we're very diverse, and I think we really exemplify the ethos of Web3 insofar that we are a diaspora from all over the world, and we've managed to sort of place ourselves strategically in different areas, which gives us the chance to, I guess, in two verticals, tap into different opportunities and networks, and also a good coverage in terms of time and time zones. So the team's always available round the clock, and it's helped us accelerate our building process and move forward with our plans.
Perfect. Thanks for that. Now, can you share a little bit about your plans and roadmap, especially in the next few months post-launching the token?
Yeah, I'll take this question, Amit. So again, we will be announcing a formal roadmap couple of days, or I would say in a week or so, because we have formalized the roadmap for 2024, especially the first quarter, which is what you would want to know. And one of the key elements will be an announcement of an AI integration solution within our product, because I'm based in India. We are talking to a lot of AI companies in India and internationally as well to find out in the best possible manner how AI can be integrated within our solution. So AI is one of the key things. And also, we will be going in a full-fledged manner, because that's also one of the reasons why we would want to list our token. Not only it's a liquidation or a fundraising event for us, because only when our token has a monetary value, we can take our product to the market, because people have to pay using the SERSH token. So we will be going into a full-fledged business development phase, and we are already in the last stages of announcing certain major partnerships, which is going to give us a huge amount of user adoption, because these partnerships come from a variety of domains, some of the government institutions, telecom industry, healthcare sector, and some other very, very major, I would say, identity sector as well. So those partnership announcements in terms of user adoption will be formally announced, which is more towards the business development phase. And of course, as I said, AI. So these are some of the key milestones that we are targeting to achieve by the first quarter of 2024.
Perfect. Now, jumping into the token-related questions, tell us a bit more about the SERSH token itself, the utility of it, why people should hold it, and also how does it lead to a generation of revenue for you as a platform?
Yes, Ahmed, it's a very good question, and it's always a very pertinent question. So as you said, our native token is called the SERSH token. As I mentioned already a couple of times, the users have to pay for the subscription fees using our SERSH token. So it's a closed ecosystem that we are trying to create here. So what does this bring to the table? So when the product, again, let's not forget, we are one of the very few projects before even we are listing the token, our product is already in the mainnet, which is quite unique, right? That means once the token is listed, we will take the product to the market and go for adoption of the product itself. So the more the number of users that we get, the more people will buy those tokens back from the market to pay for the subscription fees. So what does then happen? So the token demand keeps growing, the supply keeps increasing, because if you keep on onboarding users, they will keep on buying tokens from the market to pay for the subscription fees, right? So that's when we are creating a deflationary token model. Token supply reduces, token demand increases, the token price increases, and it's a cyclical event that we are creating, because of which there is an underlying business model which is going to help to boost the value of the token, right? That's point number one. And point number two, the tokens that we are collecting from the market or from the users, what are we going to do with these tokens? We are going to distribute a majority of these tokens back to the community, which is again a very unique sort of proposition that we have on the table for our community, because we have community programs like the Learn to Earn and the Store to Earn programs, based upon which the users will get back the tokens. And we also have a robust revenue sharing model, right, based upon which all our Strongbox users and our token investors and token holders are also going to get a slice of the revenue that we do based upon a SERSH token allocation. And then a rest of the tokens will be burned so that we don't keep the tokens in perpetuity. So it's a cyclical, self-sustaining model, deflationary in nature, which keeps increasing the token prices, and the tokens are getting distributed back to the community in terms of the community program and revenue sharing program, because of all the which each one of our member of our community, whether he is a Strongbox user or he is a token holder, they are going to be benefited by the growth of the project, the growth in the market capitalization, and the growth in the token value. So that's the kind of deflationary self-sustaining model that we are trying to create. Last but not the least, I'll make it very short. It's also not about why they should buy and hold our token. Of course, we will also be announcing a very attractive staking program. It's also about the kind of news that we are going to announce in the next week or 10 days. Right now, it's all about the retail investors. But once we are going to make such major announcements, I'm sure a lot of institutional investors will jump in and they will back up the token, and you will see those magical multiplication factors, right? So that's why I keep propagating in most of my AMAs, not as a sales pitch. Buy the SERSH, hold it, but buy it right now, because if you're going to wait for the institutional investors to jump in, it might become a bit too late.
Yes, yeah, great. Thanks for that. Now, could you tell us a bit about any community-related events that you're having right now? Any campaigns, any testing incentives for the product, and or post-launch, and what will be the potential rewards for the community?
I'm sure Nikos is the best guy to answer this question.
Absolutely. Yeah, obviously, community is at the core of everything we do. You know, Serenity Shield couldn't exist without having a core community behind us, and very, very happy with the progress we're seeing lately, and especially with the likes of Pools coming in, bringing their community to support us and make us stronger. In return, what we try to do is get the community as involved as possible with the process of decision making when it comes to the features and the product. When it comes to how the community should operate, we do pride ourselves on being a team that listens to what people have to say. So we did run a testnet. The testnet is obviously now closed because, as we said, we've moved to mainnet. With mainnet, that meant that we could not really get people involved because, as Venket said, we had this token problem because we've got a product, not a live token. So what we decided we wanted to do was give something back to the community that have supported us and have been patient all along waiting for this product to come. And I'm very proud to announce that we have got a mainnet offer at the moment for the first 5,000 users. They will get free access for 6 months to Strongbox. They can use it completely risk-free with no commitment to cost. So right now is a fantastic time. With the launch of the token on the horizon, they've got a chance to actually come in and see what we have built before they even get more involved. And I think they'll see that we're a team committed to hard work and honestly kind of delivering something that people need. It's a real use case there, and they'll be able to go in, create their account, upload documentation such as PDF files, audio files, picture files, backup of seed phrase, add an inheritor to the account. All of that's actually live. The one part that is not live at the moment, as Venket touched upon, is the token for payment. So this is a great opportunity because we've removed that barrier until the project goes live to give people that chance. Now, the added advantage of doing that now is obviously when we're setting up the Strongbox, we've talked about the NFT minting, the keys. There is a cost with that, and there is a gas fee associated with that. However, we are covering those costs also. So even if the user doesn't intend to maybe use the Strongbox right this minute, great opportunity to come in, set up on mainnet and have it there for a rainy day. Even if you want to use it a year from now, you would only have to then at that point pay the small subscription fees to reactivate your account. So a good time to come in. Equally, like most projects, we utilize our community or ask our community to help spread the word out there. One of the toughest things in Web3 is carving yourself through the noise and cutting through all the noise of all of these other projects that are emerging every single day. And being a project focused on security and data, it does become a bit more challenging to try and make some noise when you're here. So we rely heavily on our community members to be a part of raising our voice and raising our profile. So we have a community program called the Serenity Sentinels, and that can be joined simply by coming to our Telegram, our Discord, and following the links that take you to our Zeely's Sentinels platform. And what we do there is we do the usual things, ask the community to participate in various quests, and in return, they can receive SERSH as a reward, high-performing members. And look, on that point, I think it's very important that the community kind of understand that as a security and data storage type of project, utility now moving forward, I'm very passionate about this. It should really be at the core of what people are looking to contribute to in the ecosystem. We've seen too many bad examples just before the bear market that led to this sort of scenario where people have felt a little bit depressed about the way the market was performing, the disappearance of projects overnight because they didn't have the capital or the know how to persevere through a bear market. You look at GameFi as an industry, 75% of the projects that emerged in 2018 are now gone in 2023. And really, I think it's important now that the community do get behind utility projects like Strongbox and Serenity Shield and bring that to the forefront. So they are more than welcome. And I think obviously there's a good couple of opportunities there for people to come and get involved. So please do come and try the mainnet. And if they need anything from us, they can find us in the usual channels, Telegram, Discord, and I'm more than happy to help.
Awesome, awesome. Now, last question. As you know, the IDO on Pools and many other launchpads is on the 13th of December. What are your plans post IDO in terms of listing? And is there any alpha or any information you want to share with the Pools community?
I think I let Nikos to answer. If he's missing anything, I'll add up. Yeah, Nikos.
Yeah, in terms of next plans, I think the immediate next step everyone's excited about is we have announced we're going to Gate. The one piece of alpha that I can give, and it will be half a piece of alpha, and maybe it's a bravo, is that we will be going to another exchange, but we will not say just which exchange at the moment. That will be released very, very soon, and we'll be very excited. I know a lot of people have been pressing things hard because of various jurisdictions and regulatory blockades and barriers in their way, but we do have a solution to that, so that stay tuned for another announcement with more exchange. I think Venket touched upon earlier on as well, something we're holding close to our chest, our cards, is very strategic, is we do have a couple of major announcements that will sort of transform the face of the project for next year. And those pieces of news definitely you'll be expecting to see on the short term after launch for various reasons. I would say get involved now. We've got Christmas coming up. It's always synonymous with good giveaways and things like that. So plenty to be excited about, and I'm sure Venket's maybe got one or two pieces to add to that as well.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to add one thing, is that the announcement of the second exchange will happen on 13th of December after 10 a.m. UTC, because we have got the finalization of the time of the announcement. So the second exchange will be announced on 13th of December, as I said. And after TGE, a lot of new major announcements will come, which are both aligned in terms of the financial investment, partnership. So just stay tuned. We don't want to spoil the game by talking about it too much right now. But I think one of the alpha beta, which we said, is that stay tuned for the next exchange announcement on 13th of December. That's what we could disclose, but let all be hyped about this whole thing. But we are really going to come up with some real nice things.
Amazing, amazing. Great to hear that. So this is the end of the Q&A part. Thanks for your time, both. Now, I just want to give you a couple of minutes of opportunity if you want to say anything that wasn't covered in the question and answer section and you would like to share with the Pools community.
Yeah, no, I'll make it very short, Amit, and I'm sure Nikos would have something to say as well. You see, when I speak to community, I always say before who we are, I will say who we are not, right? We are not a gaming project and we are not a hyped up project. I think it's really high time that our community starts to understand the importance of the fundamentals and serious stuff which is happening here in the world around us, right? Digital data is serious. Digital data storage is serious. Privacy is serious. Security is serious. And these are all very serious stuff. They are not hypey. They are a little bit boring, but they are very serious subjects which are going to stay in the future civilization of the world. So start to look at basics, start to look at fundamentals, and start to look at who is doing what and how they are doing it. That's also for me, I keep telling it. It's not about what we do, it's also about how we do it, right? So all those things are quite critical. I think it's high time that the community starts to look for these things. They also start to understand and appreciate these things. And that's wherein more and more projects like us will come into this space, and they will contribute to this space and to the overall global community. And I would take this opportunity to thank Pools and for you to be having this event for us and giving us an opportunity to talk to your community. So let's all stay tuned and keep engaged with our community and our project. And of course, always don't forget the SERSH token.
Awesome. And Nikos?
Yeah, I think just to sort of relay what Venket is saying, for me, something that's close to my heart is that moving forward as an industry, I think it's high time that we really start to put blockchain technology in front of the cryptocurrency itself. You know, we look for utility projects that are actually bringing true value to tokens, and there's a need that something's more than just a token. There's an ecosystem and an ethos behind it. For us, consolidation of blockchain technology is at the forefront of what we want to do, and making use of great technologies that are out there and consolidating them within our platform is something we're very proud of. You know, we want to ensure that if we're going to be as a community telling the world that Web3 is the way forward and blockchain technology is what we should be looking towards, then it was important for projects like ours that we actually made use of blockchain tech and solely blockchain tech. So getting behind utility is my message. You know, I'm saying that to people all the time. And I do believe that blockchain technology is the future. I think it's one of our solid chances as a species to re-empower the individual and take back sovereignty for ourselves, and doing that with data and our credentials for our part is where we fit into that market. So I would definitely, like and Venket says, I would definitely invite people to be part of our journey, participate in our growth, and sort of celebrate the fact that we are on the forefront of change. And I do believe that in 2024 and beyond, the blockchain technology situation is going to become a very, very important aspect of people's lives. So that's what I think what I want to say, and look forward to the IDO on the 13th and welcoming anyone in for the launch on the 18th.
Amazing. Thanks for your time, Nikos and Venket. It was amazing and a pleasure to have you on board for the Pools community Poolzcast. I wish you the best of luck for your IDO and also on your listing. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having us, Amit.
Thanks, Amit.
Thank
Cheers.
you.
Thank you.
Bye.